Hello and welcome everybody. Today's video is jam-packed with cleaning motivation. 5.5 hours of cleaning motivation to be exact. I broke the cleaning up over 4 days because I'm starting my new zone cleaning schedule for 2022 and did not want to be overwhelmed because the kitchen can be quite busy. So I'm starting off in the kitchen, and after I deep clean the kitchen, I will move on to reset the house for the rest of the week. So in the deep cleaning for the kitchen, I began by pulling everything from the top cabinets and bottom cabinets. I decluttered items, and then I cleaned the shelves and the outside of the cabinets and inside of the doors and drawers. I then moved on to clean the fridge, the oven, the stove, and the dishwasher the next day. And then the following day, I did the just regular reset cleaning type stuff. So I hope today's video brings you motivation to get up and clean something in your house. As always, thank you for watching. Like I mentioned earlier, I did this in 4 days, this whole cleaning video, and I started with the top cabinets on Tuesday. I did the bottom cabinets on Wednesday. I did the stove, the refrigerator, and the dishwasher all during my lunchtime, and then I just had the oven going because it was self-cleaning itself during the day while I was working from home. So it was basically not a lot of work to do. And then Friday I did the rest of the cleaning of the house. So I was trying to get this all done as quickly as possible through the week because I knew this weekend I was not going to want to basically raise my arm over my head because I was getting my COVID booster vaccine on Friday morning, and the previous 2 doses my arm would start hurting, and I wasn't able to raise it above my head pretty much. And so this time with the booster, same thing has happened. It is now Sunday, my arm still hurts, and I don't want to raise it above my head, or it's not I can't. But I actually have had chills and fevers this time around, which I didn't have previously. So that was fun and exciting. Friday night, waking up with chills, and then had fevers off and on Friday night to Saturday, all through Saturday. And today I'm feeling much better except for the arm hurting. But last night, yesterday afternoon and last night, so Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, we had severe weather come through the Houston area, and I actually had 3 tornado warnings pop up on my emergency alert on my phone, which we don't normally get tornadoes. I mean, we get a few here and there in the Houston area, but they never are really close to me. Well, these were really close to me. So there was an actual tornado spotted close to one of the airports here in Houston, and I live about 10 miles from the airport. And then at 1:30 this morning, there actually was another possible tornado that was hit about 5 miles to 2 miles away from my house. So I spent some time last night in the hall closet because that one at 1:30 in the morning was really close to my house, and it's like as soon as the alert went off, I went to look out the window. I heard stuff starting to hit the window. I ran to the hall closet and sat in the hall closet. So we don't have basements or storm shelters. Not many places here in Houston have them. So the innermost room of the house is the hall closet, and that's where I went and hid with the cats. Of course, they stayed out in the hallway. They didn't want to come in the closet, but you know, it is what it is. But that's just kind of a little life update that happened this week, and the reason why I had multiple wardrobe changes during this, it's because I wanted to get things done before I actually didn't feel well this weekend, and I'm so glad I did because yesterday was a little rough. Yesterday into this morning was just a little bit rough. I'm feeling much better, and so I'm glad about that. My stove hood is wood, and it's actually really sticky up there, so I don't know if it's just that the polish is getting old, but I used some Goo Gone, and as you can see, I'm trying to scrape some of it. So, I mean, it has something on there, but I don't know if it's just that the polish has gotten just old and needs to be sanded and everything. So I tried to clean it to the best of my ability. I used some Goo Gone, and then I came back with a Scrub Daddy sponge, a whole lot of Dawn dish soap and water, and just sat up there and scrubbed. And you'll see that footage here soon with me showing what the Scrub Daddy looked like. It looked a whole lot worse than that once I was done doing the whole hood. And I didn't actually clean inside of the little doors that are above the hood because I don't actually go into those. There's nothing in there. It's just the vent, the vent hose going up out of the ceiling and up through the attic to the roof. But now we're over above the microwave and stove. I emptied everything out, and this is a big hole that things just get lost in because it's so deep. But I cleaned it out and decluttered some basically pans that are just, they look so nasty. I don't want to clean them. I don't want to donate them. And I am going to go ahead and move them off to just the trash. They did go out into the trash. And I also decluttered some cutting boards and some other pans when I decluttered a few weeks ago from the drawers underneath the stove. That salt canister is trash. I just emptied it out. I need to figure out on all of these mason jars, but so mason jars, I'm probably going to get rid of these because I don't use them and they're difficult to get anything out of. But these I do use for like leftover soups, and I freeze them. So it's almost like canning the soups and letting them be. But here's vases. I don't get flowers because of all the cats. Vases, whatever you want to call them. So I don't get flowers. So why have all of these when I don't need them? And then you have all of the mugs. I like these mugs, but I don't use them. And there's only me. And I have a few seasonal ones, and these are the ones that I tend to gravitate towards when I go to get tea or coffee. So that's it. We're gonna have some organization stuff here, so I'm kind of like leaving those like that for now. And well, there's another video, home repair video, that will be about the kitchen reorganization, but we've got a sink full of stuff. So I did, look how dirty that is, just from the, what's it called? The hood, the vent hood. And then we have these two pitchers that I don't need. This one, it's kind of broken. The spout doesn't, it's missing something, so it leaks and I don't need it. And then the other one I used for like carpet cleaner, so it smells like carpet cleaner and I don't want to put drinks in it. So, and I have a nice glass one and the white one that I use for my humidifier. Now we're moving on to Wednesday night after work, and I'm starting off with cleaning underneath the sink. So I'm pulling out all of the cleaning supplies that have accumulated under there, and I'm wiping down the contact paper that I have, and also cleaning the doors and everything. And the bottom cabinets I actually hit with the cleaner a lot more, like I did a lot more scrubbing on them because they tend to have a lot more messes on them from when I am cooking, baking, or any of the stuff just falls on the cabinets, or I have stuff on my hands when I'm grabbing them. And as you can see, I have child locks on the cabinets because I have little cats that like to open up the cabinets and crawl through them. And if they open up the one underneath the sink, they can actually crawl all the way through to the peninsula and start banging on the doors there. So I honestly just want them out of the cabinets because no one needs their cats walking all over their dishes or getting into the cleaning supplies that are under there. I have finished half of the bottom cabinets, and I did not pull out the 3 drawers because I have just cleaned those out when I did utensil organization. So I only did the bottom doors, and that was pretty disgusting, as you can tell. And then we are going to go ahead and move to the other side, and I am not really going to pull the pots and pans out of the 2 big drawers, but I am going to pull the bottom drawer out and vacuum under there because I tend to get dead roaches under there. So, and I'm not going to do that cabinet under the oven because it's cat food and everything, so I will do that later in this video. But for now, we're going to move on to over here under the stove. And now we're going to show some items that were decluttered from the first half of the kitchen. So it's, you know, cleaning supplies will go into the cleaning closet, and then the other stuff will actually go into donations because I don't need them anymore.
I keep hoping that I'll change. Yes, I believe I'll be a saint. And I'll keep myself from feeling with the pictures that I paint, but I keep on losing in till I've lost the only thoughts that keep me sane.
On the drawer itself, I actually use the Method wood cleaner. I think it's Daily wood cleaner. But on the drawer inserts, I use the Mrs. Meyer's in the Snowdrop scent, just because not knowing, I know that Method is supposed to be like non-toxic, but since it's a wood cleaner, I didn't know if there was anything extra in there. So that's why I just use the Mrs. Meyer's on the drawer inserts, and then the Method Daily wood cleaner on the actual drawer itself.
I think that I need to rearrange things. I'll be a man of God and faith, and I'll wash away my sins. I have my soul cast in a lake and burn my days away. Oh God, I've lost the only thought that keeps me sane.
And now we're moving on to day 3, which is cleaning the oven. And my oven is a self-cleaning oven, and it does a fairly good job of doing the self-cleaning. So this is the before. It's not too dirty, but there is definitely splatters and things like that on the sides and up on the top of the oven as well. So I'm just doing a quick wipe down to make sure I get as much debris out of there as possible. And then it normally does the cleaning for 3 hours, but I decided to do an hour and a half just because it wasn't too bad in there. And so started it at 11 and it would end at 12:30. And now we're moving on to the stove. I've already cleaned underneath the stove. The footage was corrupted, but I did lift up this and get the vacuum and clean under there, and now you see me just kind of, there was still some dampness underneath there, and I wanted to make sure to get as much of the dampness out of there since it is metal and it does rust. And I'm wiping out the little drip trays because I just cleaned those recently and they weren't too bad, thankfully. So now we're moving on to the freezer and refrigerator, and there are some spots when I make my iced coffee that I've splashed coffee up on around the ice box. So we're cleaning out everything, and I'm pulling out most of the bins and cleaning out the bins themselves as well, in both the freezer and in the refrigerator. And then we will move on to the dishwasher, I believe, and I use a little dishwasher cleaner tab or pod or something like that, and I still have a lot of hard water at the bottom of my dishwasher even with using that, so I am gonna have to do something a little bit more, and I'm just gonna have to keep experimenting on what I can do to get rid of the hard water marks that are still left around the bottom of the dishwasher. You will see while I'm cleaning the refrigerator that the cats keep wanting to walk right around the refrigerator door and into the dining room. So you'll see me continuing to like pull the door open a little bit, and a cat will go walk through, and here's another one that's trying to get through. So, you know, it's their little highway, and Binks wants to help me clean out the refrigerator right now. Little cutie pie.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance.
So here is what the oven looks like after it's gone through its self-cleaning, but you see right around this outside rim, there are places that I was not able to get to, or that the self-cleaning didn't get to. So I actually went back over those with the Scrub Daddy Power Paste or Power Scrub or whatever it's called, and a Scrub Daddy sponge or Scrub Mommy sponge, and did come back and it cleaned up very well. There's still some like nooks and crannies that I will continue to work on as I continue the zone cleaning process, but for now it was good enough, and we'll move on to, you saw me pull out the hood vent fan, and I've put that into the sink with some Dawn dish soap to let it just sit there and soak in hot water. And now we're moving to the cabinet that's underneath the oven and cleaning that out. And it was full of cat food and everything, and Binks always wants to be my helper, so I'm just vacuuming it all up because it's all old food that's under there, and then going through and trying to reorganize this a little bit better. And I pulled some bins that I had sitting in my linen closet that weren't being used to help with the treats, because I need to actually use the treats before they go bad.
Say you love me, say you don't. Just give me something so I can move on.
So we're now on to Friday. This was Friday afternoon, early in the afternoon. It was probably like 1:30 or something like that. I had already had a very full Friday, so Sam went in for his dental appointment. So he had a dental cleaning, and he ended up having to have a couple teeth extracted as well, unfortunately. I had my COVID booster vaccine. I went to a chiropractor appointment. I went to the bank. I went through Tuesday morning just to check it out because it opened up like a month or two ago. And then I went and got toilet bowl cleaner from Dollar Tree. And then I also went to Target. I went to the grocery store, had lunch with my mom, dropped off donations so you don't see them in the back entryway. I don't have all those boxes sitting there. And then I also went to the UPS store and dropped off my camera that I used for filming that I dropped a couple weeks back when I was filming the pantry painting. And it's now getting sent back to Canon to have them look at it and try to fix it. Hopefully they can fix it and I can have my good camera back. And for now, we're making do with my Nikon that I've had since 2004. And, you know, I'm making do with what I have available. So that's what we're going through right now. So we've had Friday was a very busy day. Oh, I also went to Starbucks at some point. I think it was after the UPS stores when I was like, you know what? I want a Starbucks. So it was a very busy Friday, and I think I finished cleaning around 4:30 or 5, maybe. I don't remember. It's hard to, I can't remember at that point. So it was a busy Friday, and thankfully I had the day off from work. And I am just going to go ahead and finish cleaning the kitchen, and thankfully it wasn't that bad. The rest of the house wasn't that bad either.
I won't stay another night. If you're feeling something for me, say it now, 'cause I can't wait for you forever. Say it now, 'cause I can't wait for you forever. No, no. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever. I'm hearing the beat now, it's pulling me in. Meet me at midnight, oh yeah, oh yeah. If you're ready to get down, bring your friends. Meet me at midnight, oh yeah, oh yeah. Down on your knees, you're begging, please, you want it. My love's like fire, yeah, it'll leave you burning. Down on your knees, you're begging, please, you want it. My love's so sweet, sweeter. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where your mouth is. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where your mouth is. It's like we're magnetic, you're pulling me in. I'll never forget this, oh yeah, oh yeah. Young and we're ready, so don't be afraid. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Down on your knees, you're begging, please, you want it. My love's like fire, it'll leave you burning. Down on your knees, you're begging, please, you want it. My love's so sweet, sweeter. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where your mouth got it, don't stop. Hands up, put your money where your mouth is, boy. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where your mouth is. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where your mouth is. If you think that you got it, hands up, put your money where.
Now, I was planning to deep clean the little rug that's there in the kitchen and also polish the floor on Friday, but I just at this point was exhausted and didn't want to do that, and I need to polish the floor in the back entry. So when I go to do that this week, this coming week for zone 2, I will go ahead and polish the floor in the kitchen as well, and steam and deep clean the rug in the kitchen. I just, because the floor's connected, I needed to, I want to polish them at the same time. But on this date, I just was like, okay, I've had a very busy day. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and I don't want to do anymore.
Wanted to please my friends, but it felt like the end of myself. I was shut down and all drained out. I was lost, so I had to change. Yeah, I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness they turned on me, but now I am perfectly.
And if you're wondering what I am listening to while I am cleaning in this video, I actually finished 4 books while I was cleaning during this week. So when I say finished books, I started these books last year at some point for book clubs, and then when book club happened, I just quit listening to them. So I made it a point this year that I'm going to try to finish all the books that I have started on Audible and make sure I finish them before I start a new one. So I've been able to knock off 4 from the list, and the first one was Peggy and Me by Miranda Hart. Miranda Hart is an actress. She is most commonly known for being on Call the Midwife, and this book was about her and her dog, and I find Miranda Hart's books very entertaining because she's a wonderful actress and a wonderful comedian, and this one was just, she has little spurts in there where it's like she's interjecting with her dog's voice basically, and basically saying like what her dog is thinking at that moment. So it was really funny. And then the second book I finished was I Can't Date Jesus, and that's by Michael Arsenault. He is originally from the Houston area, so when he actually started talking about the Houston area, it was very interesting because it's like, oh, he really is from Houston if he knows all of that type of stuff. And that one was a decent book. The third book I finished was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and that book was also an interesting book, and I enjoyed that one as well. It was a very long book, so it took several months for me to actually like finish it. I listened to it several times when I go on walks, and I finally was able to finish it. And then the fourth one that I finished on Friday during the cleaning that you're seeing right now, it's called Killers of the Flower Moon by David Grann, and that one is about the Osage murders and the birth of the FBI. And it's the Osage Indians in the Oklahoma area. And I found it very interesting because it's about basically some massacres that happened in the early 1900s. And they're getting their land rights or oil rights. And it very interesting because I have family that lives in Oklahoma. And it just learning a little bit about history that you don't actually learn about in school, unfortunately. So I'm very glad that I was able to listen to this book because it was very insightful on some other things that happened in American history that like I said, that weren't taught as often when I was growing up. So those are the 4 books that I have finished. I still am trying to figure out what I'm going to start to finish. Now I have a man called Ave, and then Lab Girl, and then there's also Fear. So it's like, I don't know which one I want to finish, but I have those 3 to finish, and then I have several that I have not started, and I have 6 that I haven't started yet that are in my library. So I am, of course, slowly making my way through the list, but I enjoy listening to the audiobooks while I clean, because on some of the tasks that I don't like doing, like folding laundry and emptying the dishwasher, it gives me something to like escape to while I am doing those tasks that I absolutely hate. So as we move into the master bathroom, as I was finished with the master bathroom, my vacuum cleaner was actually starting to die on me, and I needed to plug it into an outlet to recharge a little bit. So I will move on to the guest bathroom, guest bedroom, master bedroom, and clean those, and then come back once I'm done cleaning everything and vacuum up those rooms. And I then also did not take the sheets off my bed because it was already getting late at night, and I didn't want to go through the whole hassle of doing all of that. I still needed to pick Sam up from the vet after his dental cleaning, so I just didn't want to do that, and I wanted to go ahead and wash the sheets later on this weekend. And I will actually, once I'm done with editing this video, actually take the sheets off the bed and go and wash them and get my bed reset for this week officially. But I won't film that because I will have edited this video and it will be coming to a close here shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and close out the video here, even though it's a little early, but I hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like button and hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed already. Also hit that notification bell so that way you are notified every single time I post a new video. I have my cleaning videos posted every single Monday, and I am starting with my zone cleaning for 2022. So I will be tacking those type of tasks onto my weekly cleaning videos here this coming year. I also post miscellaneous videos on Friday, and right now it's a lot of home repairs because I am working on painting and fixing cracks in the walls and doing all types of stuff, and I'm going room by room as I work through the house. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video, and I will check back next week with another cleaning video. Thank you, everybody.
I am alright. There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away, heading to the sun, only you and me. Don't wanna waste another day being stuck here in this place. No, wanna hold your hand in mine, watch the sunset in your eyes. Baby, I want us to act like we are 22 right now. Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too loud.